Hello, welcome to Card Minds. Thank you for stopping by. This is going to be a Pisces weekly money and career reading from January 23rd to the 29th, 2023. Pisces, welcome. Let's see what messages we have for this upcoming week. 23rd to the 29th. Money and career for Pisces. Pisces, money and career. Okay, let's see what we have so far. 10 of Wands. Ending a cycle. Ending a stressful cycle, a cycle of decisions, figuring out what the next step is, figuring out what the next job is, ending a job or ending a project, right? This 10 of Wands is you pushing to the last leg of the situation, whatever the situation is. A Knight of Wands, finding excitement again. I almost want to put this one here. Four of Cups, knowing that you belong somewhere else, or your place is somewhere else, or your job is somewhere else, or your energy is in a different job, different company, different project. You're excited. You're excited because you're moving on to something more creative, interesting. You're growing into something new. So either you are starting your own business, or starting a new project, or working in a new job or a new project within a job. It's a creative idea. It's an innovative idea. So yes, maybe this is a job you're starting somewhere else, or the opportunity to work with a new team, the opportunity to work in a new company. Ace of Pentacles. Here's the offer. So it's the offer, but also with the Empress, it's an offer of a job, an opportunity, a business, a project. Again, take it as it resonates, to grow. This is an energy where you're excited, you're dynamic, you're letting go of a certain situation, job, business that you don't want to deal with anymore, or you're sort of, it's not that you don't want to deal with it, but you're bored. You're sort of done. 10 of Wands, done with the stress, the competition of the whole thing, and now you're moving into something. Here's the offer. So there's either finances coming in, maybe a loan, maybe money that maybe people are helping you, maybe it's family helping you, or this is a job offer, a new career offer, to create something and grow in a different job, grow in a different activity. It seems like a different activity. It seems creative with the Empress, but it doesn't have to be. It's something you want to. It feels different. It feels different from the preceding job you had, and it doesn't mean you're leaving a job. It feels like this money is the opportunity to start something different. So a project on the side, or an activity on the side, and I say on the side, it can be at the same level, right? But you're entering a period of growth, which everything you've wanted or planted or discussed, feels like a lot of discussions. I don't know why. Something that you have been preparing, thinking of, maturing, strategizing. You're finally making it happen, and it's sort of coming to fruition. So take a moment to reflect on everything that surrounds you. that everything that you have created up to now. And now you can continue to build upon that. And I feel like this is parallel to your job or parallel to your career, where you're building something and you're building on a new energy. You're creating even more in your life, you know, expanding, doing more, doing another job, or creating a new project, or creating a new business, or working on something new, all parallel to probably a job that you're still doing that, you know, that pays the bills. So allow yourself the time and space to enter this new creative frame of mind, to enter a different way of thinking, sort of ground your energy, to grow into this new opportunity. And the Hierophant, actually making this official. So maybe this was a project that you had in the back of your mind for a long time, or maybe this was a job you wanted, or a freelance gig, or something you wanted to work on with a company or people, or, you know, something you're developing, something you had on your mind. You're making this official with this Hierophant, you're understanding that this is sort of like a process that you had already started a while ago, and you are now bringing it all together. And you might be collaborating with people that have experience in this field. If this is a field you haven't worked in yet, and maybe you're discovering that these people have more experience, so you're sort of hooking up with them to develop this business project, job, finding the job, or even at school, right? This is something where it's sort of like you're checking out people or connecting with people that have already done that, right? That have experience in this field. And so it's sort of like, now, instead of thinking outside of the box or recreating everything, or being innovative, I feel like you have an idea. Here you go with the Page of Swords. It is new, but you're connecting with people that have already done that to develop this, to start this, to make this official, right? You're going to traditional methods, or you're going back to school to get a diploma to make it happen, right? To structure and to almost like maybe seeking a guide or a mentor that will help you during this journey. If it's not someone, maybe you are guiding others, right? But you are making this official. You might be signing contracts, right? You might be lawyering up because you have to, get loans and make this official, or hire people, right? The Hierophant but it seems like you're checking out people that are experienced to make it happen. Yes, rising up to something different, rising up to what seems most important to you with the Judgment, right? Purging the past, purging the difficulties, the frustrations, the disappointments. The Judgment is about knowing that you're destined to something else, and destined to more, and letting go of your old self. If you have been stagnating in a job, if you've been, frustrated because you're okay in that job, but you want more, you want to make more money, or you want to expand your horizons, or you want to connect to other people and discover new ideas, discover new experiences, develop your talent. You're stepping into a newer version of yourself, in who you really are, and to make a life-changing decision or life-changing decisions. You might be moving. You might be moving in with someone. You might be changing cities, changing countries. Any choice you make has a significant impact and with a long-lasting effect for you, for your family, whatever that represents for you. So trust your judgment. Trust your intuition that you are on the right path. This belongs to you. This is what you're connecting with. And it doesn't mean, sorry, let me just grab a little bit of tea. Give me one moment. It doesn't mean you're letting go, sorry about that, of everything else. It just means that in your mind, you have the desire, the ambition, the energy to push the envelope, to learn new, to discover new things, to learn a new trade, or, and to push forward. You're almost there. Everything's sort of coming together, right? But you are putting a certain past behind, a certain way of working or a certain job, or, that whole world situation. You have sort of, you're done with that cycle. And Pisces, I feel like all through the world situation, like every sign, you're not the only one, like every sign, you have sort of, stuck to one vibe, stuck to one energy and hung tight on that, and it paid the bills and you had the job and you're okay. And, but you, for a while there, you just didn't want to do anything else, or were not ready. Not didn't want, you always wanted, I feel. You always had the energy, you wanted to be curious and you wanted to do other things, but you felt the most important was to just stay put, stay where you were. And, of course, right? If that's the job and that pays the bills, you just stay put and you do what you have to do to make it work, right? But I think that now's the time to sort of push that behind, because you can do both. You don't have to stagnate in one job and feel like that's it. That's the end game, right? No, you can discover, open up. Yes, go back to school or discover other people, discover other changes. Maybe you had ideas that you wanted to develop, and I really think it's that. I really think that you've had plenty of ideas, very creative with this Empress. It can be creative talent, artistic talent. It can be empathic talent, being there for others, guiding others, whatever that means for you. Therapist, nurse, coach, life coach, career coach, a teacher. It can be anything. Social worker, helping kids, helping people during these difficult times. But it can also be you developing your creative talents, artist, stylist, designer, creative in all ways, right? And so you're clearing, I think you're finally clearing all regrets. I think that before you had the frustration of maybe not having the energy to do it, or maybe it wasn't the time, or maybe you didn't have the finances, or just, it wasn't the right timing. And now I think that now you're finding that energy for this big change, because judgment is a big decision. It's really sort of clearing all regrets and maybe releasing some guilt that you're purging. It's a purging process, right? Ready to take on new challenges. And maybe you weren't ready before, right? And I think this goes for many signs, many people, where we sort of, as we were forced to stagnate, as we were forced to just be resilient and do whatever we had to do with the stagnating energies, now it's taking a while for us to put ourselves back out there, and the world has changed, right? The energies have changed. It is not the same. It is not the same way of working. People are not the same. The connections are not the same. It's a blank slate out there, and we all have to adapt, try to understand, and make the best of it, and still be ambitious and creative. And I think here, with the Six of Swords, you're moving into something calmer, and exactly that, you're letting go of those regrets. You're letting go of that mindset where, oh, you know, I can only do one thing and this is going to be it. And I'm not really happy, but it's okay. I'll deal with it. I'll deal with the frustration and I'll remain. No, now you know you can move into something calmer. You can move into something more loving and more creative. And, you know, it is really that process that is putting you in a whole different mind frame to take on new challenges and new games and I say new games, new ways, a new career, new job, Ace of Pentacles, right? Let's see. Ooh, lots of cards. Okay. And Major Arcana popping out. Already 1, 2, 3, 4 with the Ace of Pentacles. Yes, I feel like you're on that, you're changing, but it's a slow change. You're still indecisive. You're still waiting for answers, or you're still at the orange and not at the green light yet, right? And you have been stagnating at the orange, and which most people are, but look at this. So I feel like you're always waiting for answers, or always waiting for a sign, or always waiting for that thing, that impulse that's going to push you forward. And unfortunately, we don't wait, right? We just have to put ourselves out there to welcome in with the new energies, welcome in new people, welcome in new ideas, new offers, right? And connect. Because if we stagnate, it's not going to come in. So you're still in a little bit of a blur, but here we are. We have Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, finding clarity, finally. So there's a decision here that you're making, a major decision, a major life decision. So for example, you're deciding to move. You don't have all the answers yet. And it's just an example. It's just an example. You don't have all the answers yet, but you know things are changing, and you know you're moving into a different sector, a different energy, a different way of thinking, a different mindset. And it hasn't all completely come together yet, but you're in the process. And here, as you open up, as you put the motor on, as you turn the motor on, and in your mind decide, yes, I can do this. Yes, I can change things, put myself out there, do other things, be innovative, be creative, whatever it is for you, right? And it can be the smallest things. It doesn't have to be a revolution. It doesn't have to be moving countries, moving cities. It can be just you in your mind. You are ready for a change, ready for fresh air, ready to do something new. And here you are with the Ace of Pentacles, money coming in, and clarity. You are finally finding clarity on your next step, what you want to do, what you want to create, where you want to be, where you want to take yourself in the next step. It is new. It is different. And I think maybe you're not expecting that. Maybe you're expecting to develop your idea, or to connect with that person, or to invest in something, or you have a little money to start something, but slow and steady, and you'll see where it goes. I think this is coming in faster than you think. There's a change of dynamic, and you are going back to something more conventional. Interesting. But it's a different perspective. It is a completely different perspective so be open to the help of others. Be open to factors outside of your current situation or outside of your realm, because this is taking you other places. This is taking you, it's funny because at the same time, it's sort of, a trusted source, right? You're going back to a trusted source. So maybe you're going back to a company you really like to work for, but it's much more regulated, much more structured, but it's completely different than what you are doing right now. Or you're, learning fundamentals of a new trade, fundamentals of a new job. from a trusted source, from a mentor, from a teacher, from a company. Maybe you're being trained, right? This is something that is pushing you forward. It can be spiritual. It feels a little spiritual. Doesn't have to be. Maybe you're finding a spiritual guide, or maybe you're finding energies, new enthusiasm within, even if it's not a spiritual guide, it can be within meditation, it been within yoga or something like that. It's sort of regenerating you, and it doesn't have to be that. It can be music, it can be writing, it can be, you know, anything creative, or just connecting with a source, a person, an entity that is really helping you push forward. And I think you're following a new way, a conventional way, staying within bounds of a, you know, sort of trusted model or trusted source or trusted way of working. I don't think you're completely willing to go out on a limb in new ways, but it's almost like you're sticking to what you know, but in your mind, it's a whole new creative way of doing it, right? It's going out of your comfort zone, but in your mindset, not in your job, not in your career, but in your mindset. It's completely different. But it can be in the same career. I don't know if this makes sense to you. Comment down below. Let me know where you stand on your journey. It's new for you, but it's almost in the same realm of your current job. But for you, it means a lot, and it's a big change. Maybe you're moving and doing the same career in a different country, right? Or maybe you are now developing your job, your business, your idea, your talent in a whole different way. But it's still that same talent that you've been working on for a while, right? It's you have a deep sense of comfort being surrounded by people with well-established belief systems, with well-established diplomas, structures, way of working. And you identify with others that think like you, and that will prompt further learning. That is how it feels, right? So for you, it's almost like a revolution because you're learning something new, but in a very conventional way. So yes, you can be going to school, and it's you're still not ready for new ways, but you are really growing in your own. Wow. Okay. Apologies if it seems a little complicated, or let me know if I'm making sense, Pisces. These words are just coming out, so just let me know if I'm making sense and if you're connecting. And if you don't connect, that's perfectly fine. And if you do, but you don't want to share your life on these platforms, which I completely understand, just put a heart down below and let me know that you connected with these energies. Temperance, take your time. Take your time. And if you feel overwhelmed, that's okay. Just take a breather, right? And make sure you make your choices in a mature manner, in a balanced manner. Just patience, patience, patience. Let's see, a lot of cards popping out here. So let's see what else we have in this second deck. You are changing. I think it's your mindset changing. You're finally... I've been saying this for Pisces for a long time, that here we are. Now we're here where you are moving forward and you're making that choice and you're rising to something much more important. Feels very spiritual, feels very mindful. And for you, it's important because you're clear on your values. You're clear on your choices. Clarity, clarity, and clarity on what you want, what you what you feel inside is what you show outside. There's no filter anymore, the Lovers, right? Very clear on this choice. And you can now voice this. You can express what you want now. And maybe it has been a while since you could understand yourself and voice what it was that you really wanted to change or make happen or push forward in this next step. You've worked really hard, spent a lot of time on this. Here is more money. You know, the reflection of this Ace of Pentacles, this Page of Pentacles, money is coming in, messages are coming in. You're celebrating something. Four of Wands. You're happy. You're in the right place with your family, enjoying to celebrate something. It's you finding your comfort, your mental comfort, and your understanding that now this is for you and this is what you're developing next. Creating something. Queen of Pentacles, right? Understanding how to transform something into reality. Again, the Temperance. There you go. There's that wish. There's that thing in your mind that you've been wanting to do for a while. You're able to express it. You're able to share this and connect it in the way you want. In the way maybe not the way you imagined it because of the Hangman. I think it's a different perspective, but you're comfortable with it. You're okay with it because it feels like a comfort zone, even though you're learning new. Going back to that. All right, let's see if there's one last message for the road. Pisces, weekly, money and career. I just feel like there might be another one that wants to come out. Pisces, or two. Okay. Am I taking these? Okay. All right. Pisces, weekly, money and career. King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sag, maybe in your realm. Maybe there's someone around you. Doesn't have to be, but you are constructive. You are building. You are powerful, and you're making this happen. Whatever it means for you. Letting go the disappointment, letting go the frustrations, whatever the situation is that frustrates you in life, or you feel like you don't have enough, or you deserved more, right? Or that situation was for you, that job was for you. Let that go. Let that go. You are moving into something else. Wheel of Fortune and the Tower. Wow. Wow. So yes, I mean, so many major arcana, right? Two aces, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 major arcana at least, right? It's different, and you've understood that things change now. Things change constantly, especially now with this situation, the world situation, right? You have understood that now the impulse must come from you, not from the outside world, right? So it's the conscious connections, the meaningful relationships that are pushing you forward and actually giving you the energy to construct something new, to start something new. There's your aha moment. Letting go of the past, purging the past, unblocking the certain frustrations or situations. And here you are. You know, that unblocking is really bringing in the good karma, bringing in this new life cycle, right? That destiny, that turning point. And it is a constant change, but rest assured that this is going to get better and better, right? Good luck returning, good fortune returning. Have faith in the universe as it sort of takes your situation and pushes it forward, changing. It's a positive direction. Open your mind to synchronicities, open your mind to signs. And I think that have faith in others to support you in this journey, and accept what's happening and go with the flow. It is a turning point, right? And you are understanding that with the Tower, understanding that it's different and it's time to let go. The Tower is something that just all of a sudden wakes you up, makes you understand, to think differently, to see things differently. And that is what can make you move forward. So it might take a while, right? It might take a while, but it's really the moment to let go of those unhealthy illusions that, you know, you couldn't do this, or it wasn't the right time, or it wasn't the right people. And right, it's a massive change. And you know, it's the moment where you are really highly aware and in tune with your inner guidance, your intuition, might be spiritual guidance, and it's a moment of revelation, the opportunity to break free from those old ways and thinking that, you know, whatever it was that was holding back, this is the spark that puts everything in perspective, to do things differently, to see the world differently, and to transform. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful reading, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I did. Please comment down below. Let me know if you connect with this reading. Share your journey if you desire. If you do not, that's perfectly fine. Just put a heart down below. And if you don't connect, you don't connect, and that is okay. Thank you so much for watching. I would love for you to subscribe if you haven't yet, especially if you enjoy coming around for these weekly readings and they make sense to you. Thank you again for watching. Have a great week, Pisces. Take care. Bye-bye.